Hello, my name is Christine Amis. I am the Head of Continuum Development based here in IB Cardiff. This week we've had the IB Continuum series, which has been a series of presentations, one on PYP, one on MYP, one on the diploma programme and one on the Continuum. We've invited staff from all IB regions to join us, and we have had a very high participation rate. And we thought you might like to hear some of the reflections of our participants attending the programme this week.
My name is Marla Garon, and I'm the Program Manager for the Digital Space Initiative here at the IB. I think generally the idea behind holding these kind of sessions to help staff in the IB actually understand more about the academic programs and the themes and connections between the PYP, MYP, and DP are extremely valuable. As someone who's read about the materials online and actually taken a look at a publication or two, I thought I had a decent understanding of how the programs worked. But hearing staff actually talk about it that are intimately involved every day, and to be able to ask questions and interact with other staff and brainstorm was just incredibly valuable. And I think every staff member that comes on board at the IB, regardless of their job, should actually have a similar orientation.
I'm James Forbes-Keir. I work as technical strategist in the ICT department. It was very interesting for me to attend the Continuum presentations because in my role I'm looking at the future of the IB and how I can bring technology to bear for the IB. Therefore it's very useful to know what the different programs are doing, where they're going in the future, and that will really help me define technologies and to do the research I need for my job.
Hi, I'm Pat Adams. I'm the Intellectual Property Manager in Cardiff as part of the small team, the Intellectual Property and Legal Support team. I was very interested in the Continuum, hearing more about the different programmes. My background in publications has helped me understand some of the details of the programme, but it's really interesting seeing the work now on the connections between the programmes. What's always impressed me about our curriculums is the insistence or the direction, the opportunities for students to make connections between different aspects of study. And that was very clear in the Continuum presentation today, right from PYP right through to diploma. So that was a really interesting aspect. Another one was the inclusiveness of it, and we had that yesterday in the MYP, which was an MYP lesson. Very inclusive, that one was.
Hello, I'm Mark Waterson, Head of Teacher Education Services in IB Cardiff. Prior to working for the IB, I worked in an IB World School which ran the 3 programmes, so I actually do have some practical knowledge of the programmes. I think it's very important that the seminars such as the one that we attended this morning are run, because it gives particularly those colleagues who haven't had the opportunity to work in IB schools to understand a little bit more about the programmes, which obviously are the core activities with which the organisation is involved. From my point of view, I think it's very, very interesting to see the commonalities that exist between the 3 programmes, but more importantly, to actually understand a little bit about the differences, because in fact, when you see the differences, what it does do, it gives you and forces you to ask the question, why are there differences? And should there be differences? And I think those sorts of questions are key questions that learning organisations should be asking themselves.
Hello, I'm Yingxian Song. I'm a senior translator in the Language Services Department of our organization. And yesterday, I attended the MYP presentation of the program in the IB Continuum. I think the presentation is very helpful to my job. And I have a better understanding of the teaching practice of the MYP. It emphasizes not only the grasp of the knowledge, but also the master of the skills and the development of the student's attitude. The students have to answer the questions and solve the problems through their own inquiries and investigations. And also through this presentation, I have a better understanding of the structure of the program, It's 8 subject areas and the 5 areas of interactions and the relations between them.
Hi, I'm Abigail Boak. I work as an Administrative Officer for Teaching and Education Services. I think the Continuum series has been really helpful in helping us to understand how the changes for 2020 are underpinned by values that the IB have held for a long time, and how to develop those to support the 3 programmes that we have.
I'm Paul Harrington. I'm the online workshop coordinator for the IB. So my role is to develop and coordinate all of the new online workshops that we're offering for teachers across the world and for all the programs. And in that way, actually, the Continuum fits nicely for me because it actually allows me to see how everything fits together and how the flow is between all of the programs. I guess we're in an ideal situation where we are actually looking at all 3 rather than looking from one particular program basis. I think the most important thing that I've got out of it is the most important thing is that it links everything together. It accentuates those links right the way through, from primary through to diploma and on for lifelong learning.
I'm Alison Davis and I'm the Subject Area Manager for Biology for the Diploma. I went along to all of the meetings about the Continuum and about MYP and PYP. I find them very interesting and informative, and in fact some of us in the Diploma have decided to go along to the Diploma meeting as well to see what's said about us.
Hi, my name's Malcolm Nicholson. I'm the head of MYP based in IB Cardiff. I've really enjoyed being part of the Continuum series of presentations. I delivered one on the MYP yesterday and it was very enjoyable for me. I hope it was for the participants. And I just really enjoyed the opportunity to be able to speak to people from ICT, from finance, from the diploma, from PYP, all sorts of different areas of the organisation, and to see the enthusiasm that there was to learn about our programme. And it can only be good in the long term. The more we know about each other's programmes, the better our lives will be, and the better will be education for everybody in the IB world.